A Message to the Reader by Clare Lewis. Over many years I've kept journals of the events that happened to me and around me in the 1960s and early 70s. I was 35 years old and happily, I thought, married. My name is Clare Lewis, and I'd like to share these memories with you before I pass from the world. The story is strange, even bizarre, and almost as clear to me today as it was in those days 50 years ago. I am now 80 years old, and at this distance the pain, confusion, and fear that accompanied me in those years has dimmed. Sadly, the sense of loss is still very much with me. The call that altered my life path forever came out of the blue. The voice at the other end of the line was unfamiliar, male, and abrupt. He said, "Is this Clare Lewis?" I said, "Yes, it is." And then, speaking very rapidly, the voice said, "My name is Lester Barkley, and I have been told about you and your work by a mutual friend." Before I could reply, he continued, "I'd like to meet you, and I have arranged for you to join me in my box at the Symphony next Friday afternoon. After the concert, we can discuss various subjects in which I might be of use to you." I was taken aback by his assumption that I would drop everything to go and meet him, a perfect stranger. I told him that Fridays were very busy days, and I didn't think it would be possible to take the time to attend a concert in the middle of the afternoon. I also asked, "Have I ever met you? I don't recognize your name, and you didn't tell me who our mutual friend is. I'm not in the habit of meeting with strange men, even at a public place, like the Symphony." He seemed to digest what I said and laughed good-naturedly. "I'm sorry, Mrs. Lewis. I didn't mean to shock you. I'm rather overbearing, I admit. I hope you will forgive me when I tell you what the program is next Friday. It's Beethoven's Missa Solemnis, and there will be people in the box that I believe you might know." He named the mutual friend that he had mentioned, and also told me who the other occupants of the box would be. I did indeed know all of them. I began to try to rearrange my Friday schedule in my head so that I could accept his kind offer. The Missa Solemnis was Beethoven's last work. He composed it when he was stone-deaf. I hadn't heard it live for years, and because it is such a monumental composition and a favorite of mine, I knew I had to attend the concert. When I told him that I would be privileged to join him on Friday, he seemed excessively excited. I was familiar with eccentric individuals in my work, and was rather amused by his enthusiasm. He gave me all the information I would need to pick up the ticket, the time I should get there, and where his box was situated in the hall. The concert fulfilled every expectation. It was thrilling and inspiring. It brought me to tears at my renewed realization of Beethoven's genius and triumph over his affliction. There was no hint on that Friday of the ramifications that would ensue from my decision to meet with Lester Barkley. The concert date led to the most bizarre experiences in my life. Before it was over, I was introduced to people who practiced satanic magic. The quality of my marriage was changed forever, and I was the target of a female who wanted me dead. The events that followed from that first meeting became like tentacles that reached into even the most innocent and innocuous of my relationships. Those groping fingers of fate touched every aspect of my life with my husband Paul and my then-budding career. They attached themselves to my consciousness in a vice that I could not escape. Writing my story has been a catharsis of sorts, even though the tentacles still reach and grasp at unexpected moments. I pray that none of you who read these pages will come to any harm by aligning your minds with my malevolent memories. May the gods be with you. Clare Lewis.